At the beginning, she was just a convicted servant, responsible for cleaning the palace. Later, she was promoted to the rank of a noble woman by the emperor. Lady Feng, also known as Empress Dowager Feng, was the daughter of Feng Lang, the Duke of Liaoxi Commandery, and her grandfather was Feng Hong, the last ruler of northern Yan. Her father, Feng Lang, was executed due to his involvement in a major case, leading to the execution of adult family members and the enslavement of the younger ones, including Lady Feng. In year 465, Emperor Wencheng passed away suddenly at the age of 26. Feng had no children, and according to Northern Wei customs, Lady Feng became the mother of Emperor Xianwen and was called Empress Dowager by the people while his birth mother was executed. As a widow with an orphan child, she had to navigate the treacherous waters of the court, where ambitious individuals sought to seize power, like Yi Hun, who entered the scene. Seizing the opportunity while the court was unstable and the emperor was young, Yi Hun not only manipulated decrees to execute important officials, but also declared himself the prime minister. He used the young emperor's authority to control regional laws and exiled accomplished officials. Faced with Yi Hun's increasing power, Empress Dowager Feng bided her time and secretly gathered strength. In 466, she orchestrated a coup, eliminating Yi Hun and reclaiming her power. Empress Dowager Feng took control of the government and stabilized the court. Despite her efforts to secure her son's path to the throne, her relationship with her son was strained. Being a stepmother to a young emperor with ambition and a talent for politics was very challenging. However, the birth of her grandson, Tuoba Hong, temporarily changed this dynamic. Empress Dowager Feng, who dearly loved her grandson, handed over power and returned to the inner palace. This was an opportunity for Emperor Xianwen to assert himself. However, Emperor Xianwen had a complex personality, stubborn, lacking affection, suspicious, and prone to conflict. He abdicated the throne and became the youngest retired emperor in Chinese history at the age of 18. Emperor Xianwen continued to be politically active, and behind him, a loyal faction of supporters began to emerge. For Empress Dowager Feng and her interest group, it was a test of endurance. Emperor Xianwen couldn't endure it any longer, and a small mistake cost him his reign. The mistake was discovering that Empress Dowager Feng had a lover. When Emperor Xianwen, who was now the retired emperor, learned about Empress Dowager Feng's lover, he couldn't contain his anger and set a trap to have him executed. This revelation was like a thunderbolt for the Empress Dowager, creating an irreparable rift between mother and son. As expected, the relationship became tense and explosive. In 476, Emperor Wen died suddenly at the age of 23 in the Yong'an Palace. With his father's death, Emperor Xiaowen quickly ascended to the throne. As a child emperor, during his early years, the Northern Wei's political landscape remained under the control of Empress Dowager Feng. In 484, Empress Dowager Feng issued an edict stipulating that the Northern Wei people must increase their taxes and provide them as salaries to government officials. At the same time, she decreed the death penalty for those who embezzled enough to obtain a bolt of silk. This policy aimed to curb corruption and oppression by officials. Prior to this, Northern Wei officials did not receive salaries. Their income came from war plunder and military rewards. The Han people had significant land assets, while the Xianbei didn't, leading to widespread corruption and oppression of the common people. The policy of providing salaries aimed to eliminate these practices and restrict corruption by local officials. In 485, the land equalization policy was the first step, involving a thorough view of household registers and the allocation of land based on population. However, due to the irregularities in the actions of officials and resistance from local aristocrats, the land equalization process was slow. Considering the social structure at the time, Tuo Bahong and Empress Dowager Feng introduced another policy to facilitate land equalization, known as the Sanchang system in 486. The old system recognized that Xianbei leaders and Han aristocrats owned a large number of people as private property, resulting in hidden populations in local areas and limited central government control and tax revenue. The Sanchang system can be understood as a population management where the people were directly under government control, significantly increasing tax revenue. In 490, Emperor Shaowen came of age, and Empress Dowager Feng passed away at the age of 49. Empress Dowager Feng's ability to become a female politician and reformer was due to her dedication to transforming the nomadic Northern Wei into an agricultural nation through Wenzhi. During her rule, there were no instances of the interference of powerful in-laws that often occurred when Empress Dowagers were in power. Empress Dowager Feng successfully facilitated the transition of power from her hands to Emperor Shaowen, laying a solid foundation for his policy of ethnic integration. Looking back on Empress Dowager Feng's life, filled with bitterness of a fallen nation, the sorrow of being enslaved, the pain of losing her husband, the anxiety of holding power, the grief of losing her son, and the sadness of lost love, she experienced it all. Holding this life script in her hands, she navigated through difficult times and wielded great influence throughout her life.